Hey guys, back in the garage. Today I'll be replacing the clutch on this thing. I already got it all jacked up. So it's jacked up right now. It's definitely not high enough. Took me forever to get it that high. So what I'm gonna do is, basically I'm just gonna replace the clutch. I'm gonna do it myself. I'll show you guys some things here and there. Chris Fix does have a video on how to replace the clutch and do everything yourself. He even has one on how to replace the transmission. So watch that video if you are trying to learn, but I'll just show you what I'm doing here on a 9904. Well, mine's a 2004 Mustang. I'll show you what it's like. I'm just gonna do it, get it done. I'll show you guys things if I run into problems or anything. Then I'll let you guys know. Just started taking off the exhaust. Here's the first two bolts, and these were so loose. Like, I sprayed PB Blaster on them like 5 minutes ago, but they were like, I thought they were gonna be rusted on, you know, like super gnarly. Because if you look at them, they look like they're pretty tough, right? But like, look at that. All right, I got all the bolts undone. All right, looks so sick right there. But I get the X pipe out, mid pipe. So I just have the cap back on, and then I have the headers on. So now I'm just gonna watch Chris Fix's video and see what I have to do next. So I'm guessing it's like the starter, and like I might have to take that long tube off. I really hope not. I'm gonna try to do it without it. And then it's all just simple things like this. Honestly, I don't even feel like I have to follow the video, but I'm still gonna do it just to be smart. I need to drain this, and it's not coming out, but I'm gonna try as hard as I can. I think I forgot to film it, but I just drained the transmission fluid. As you can tell, it's all in there. And on to the next thing, whatever it is. Whatever I end up doing, I'll film it. This was really hard. It was really pressed in there. Just make sure you don't tighten it too tight when you put it back, because this thing's aluminum. That's what Chris Fix told me, bro. Alright guys, unlike Chris Fix, my bolts are super tight on there, so I don't have a torch or anything, so I just use this. Yeah, I kind of got it, so. E-brake down, car in neutral. At first it wasn't, but now it is. Let's go back down here. Now I have to take those out. Like, I broke it loose, and I can still only do it with this setup. Alright. Drive shaft is out. Alright, drive shaft is out. Just pulled it out. I don't even know where it, oh, last bolt's still on there. Okay. Time to get more work done. Stupid long tubes that are totally in the way. Scraped to death. So, starter's right there. So I gotta take out those bolts right there. This header is totally in the way to get to the second starter bolt. If you know what bolts I'm talking about. There's 3 of them too. I can barely even get to the second one, and there's 3 of them. Rip. Alright guys, I really hope you can see this. Like, see where I'm coming from. This is so hard for one thing. I'm taking this one off right now. This is one of the starter bolts. I have to take 3 of them off, and I like physically cannot reach 2 of them. And as you can tell, my header's just in the way right here and right there, and I can't fit anything in here. Alright, back to the starter. I am reaching through here, and way back there is the bolt. So to give you reference where I am right now, this is my sway bar, front of the engine, and then so it goes through here under all this, through here and back up to there. And it goes all the way back right there. pretty sure the size is 1/2 inch for the starter bolts on a 99 to 04 Mustang. I'm pretty sure it's 1/2 inch, but this is stuck. Alright, taking the shifter off because I didn't do this first, but I should have. But yeah, I just have a Hurst handle. Let's take it off. Let's take this out. Alright, there we go. That's gonna go down there with all that. And as you can see, I got a Saleen because it has a Hurst shifter. Saleen's came with Hurst shifters, I guess. Alright, now this is off. I took all those out. I got this supported by that. Because I don't have a transmission jack and I can't buy one, so hence why I'm doing this myself. What's up guys, new day. So I've just been working on this thing randomly, like all the time. I can't work on it like non-stop or else I just get over it. Okay, we're under the car right now. I actually have just broken loose that bolt right there. Stop to show you guys what I was doing. This right here, it's going like that, and it's going up. You guys know what I mean. See that nut right there, that one right there. So I'm taking that one out right now. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got the long tubes in the way of basically everything. So it's pretty hard to take out the trans, but you know, it's coming along slowly. Everything's out, clutch cable, starter's just hanging right there. They got it zip tied, so it's not actually hanging. This is out too. I'm just holding it up. I got this strapped on. Got the bag around there. This is the part that looks super hard to me. So back there, the transmission bolts. One right there that I took out already. And then there's one. Honestly, you can't even see it. You can't see anything. It's all about just finding the right angle, honestly. Alright guys, so I can't really show you too much, but I will tell you I'm making a little progress. It's going really slowly. I'm not working on it 24/7, but you know, there's some stuff going down. Yeah, everything's looking good. So on to whatever I've done next. Hopefully I can get this out myself. We will see. Alright guys, don't mind the ratchet straps just hanging there, not doing anything. But I got the extension. It goes all the way over there. You can't even see where it goes. I got my light pointing perfectly at the bolt. Right there. I think that is my last bolt. Alright, here's what we got so far. We got the trans dismounted from the engine. Been trying to push this jack back so like I'll put one here and try to like push it back while holding like all this, and then I put the pry bar like on right here, and then I pry it using this thing.
I can just keep it held up.
So this is what's holding us up right now. The long tube is hitting the starter part of the bell housing, and we got to turn the whole transmission to get it out. All right.
Look how this isn't on real good, but
Yeah.
like, tell me when. Ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Twist down. Should start coming down. Okay, okay, it's spinning. Hang on. You know if one should lower it more.
Oh, it's really not breaking the head.
Should I start going down more? Yeah. Towards you, but I'm afraid it's gonna fall. Yeah, it's probably like the best place to be. Yeah.
Okay. This is where we're at.
Super sketchy. He done it. They have these.
That'd be great.
These transmission holders.
Yeah, transmission jack. I need a transmission jack. I need an actual lift. I need money. And I need... Yeah, that's it. Just money. long tubes are touching. They're touching, you can kind of see where my fingers are up here, touching right here where the starter is. So, like what I can barely do is I can kind of turn it, as you can see. But I can't like move it this way, and I can't move it this way. Can't move it this way because of the headers. I can't move it back because it's all misaligned, because like the tail part over here is like facing closer towards this way, so it's not gonna go on nicely. All I can do is like try to turn it and see if I can pull. See, like I don't know what to do, honestly. All I can do is just mess with it. So this is where I am. If anyone would like to help me, that'd be sick. All right, guys. So here's what we got. So the reason I bought this is because I can't get the trans out without the long tube, so I have to drop the K-member, and might as well just, honestly, you're taking out the K-member, might as well put in a tubular one. So here's what I got. Here's the QA1 tubular subframe for the 99 to 04 Mustangs with a modular 4.6.
Support for Israel today, announcing a controversial new policy as Secretary of State.
Alright guys, picking back up another day. So the predicament that I'm in, or the situation that I'm in now, is, as you guys know, I can't get the trans off because the long tubes are just in the way. And I can't take the long tubes off, honestly, unless I drop the subframe. So what I'm doing is I'm dropping the subframe, and then I will be replacing the subframe with a tubular K-member. So I bought a brand new tubular K-member, and I'm going to replace all this. Thing is, I didn't buy the tubular control arms because they were like $300, and this was almost the same price as this. This was like a little over $300, like 370. It's like about $400, and then this was like 300, so pretty insane for this. So I don't want to buy this. Anyway, so I'll be dropping the K-member, taking the trans out, putting the new K-member in, the tubular one, and then probably doing the clutch stuff first and then the K-member. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. This thing was such a pain to set up, but I ended up just doing the front. I was gonna try to do like one over here, and then this one's gonna go like towards the back. Like, not the whole beam. I was gonna keep the beam straight, but these chains were gonna go back here because I'm dismounting the transmission, so the engine's gonna end up tilting back if I don't want anything there. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna end up putting a jack underneath the oil pan right there, so that'll support that, and then the oil pan will be supported by the jack down there. So I'll just end up doing that. Still works, I guess. You should know this by now, but it's a new day because I take my time. Basically, I'm gonna replace these later. I have some coming in, but I don't know if I want to wait for them to come in. Maybe I'll just do it later, because I'm going to do the brakes, because the brake calipers are all cracked for some reason. Here, I'll show you guys. They're cracked, like where the guide things are, you know, when you compress the calipers, they're cracked right there. So it's cracked all right there too. They look like they've been rubbing on the bare rotor, but they haven't. Maybe they did in their previous life, but yeah, so I'll probably be replacing these in a little bit. I found out I had steel braided brake lines. It's cool, it's underneath. This is just a little protection, but they're steel braided underneath, as you can tell. So yeah, everything's disconnected, knuckles disconnected, sway bar, coilover. The only thing I gotta do is these humongous bolts right here. And then this will drop the control arm, and then I can drop the actual K-member itself, because I'm keeping these control arms, because I didn't buy any tubular ones because I'm cheap. They're like $300. Alright, so I'm taking out the power steering. I drew a little line, or the steering rack. So I already took the bolts out right there. I took them out on both sides. There's one over there and right there. And then now I'm just doing this. And I'm going to take this puppy out. Hopefully I don't lose the orientation of this. Oh my gosh. All sweaty. I don't know if you guys can tell. I just took this out by myself. I wish there was someone helping me, but yeah. Gnarly. Look how big this thing is. After a lot of work, I finally have that out, and this isn't even in yet. But the thing is, while this is out, I have to do the clutch because that's the only way I could reach. As the whole reason I did this subframe was because now that there's room, look at that. I can reach the headers and take them off for the transmission and clutch. But yeah, this is what we'll be going in after I do the clutch. Hopefully I can do the clutch right now. But this is going to be a huge weight savings. I guess that's 55 pounds and then this is 25, so over half the weight savings. There it goes. It's off.
You gotta let it down.
Yeah, let it down.
Ready? Let it down real slow.
Wait. Check the wiring harness around. Make sure it's not stuck on anything.
This is clear.
It's all good?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Go really slow.
Yeah.
It's gonna go really slow. Like this.
All right, guys, check this out. We got it out with the help of my dad.
As a safety precaution, strap it down with this chain leader, okay?
Okay.
Just to hold it down with the bolt.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Yes, now just...
All right, call me if you need me. Time to put it back in.
All right, input shaft. Looks chilling. There's no play. Oh, yes. Gotta love a nice... Oh, it sounds weird, though. Maybe that's just how it sounds. Alright guys, now I'm just going to replace, I'm going to do all this, look at videos how to do it, and then get it all back on. Coilover's hanging. Everything is out. I could pull the motor right now. Motor's just sitting on this. And it's also being held up by this. I got it all down. That's what I like to see. It seems like this is actually getting pretty low, so luckily I replaced it when I did. Didn't let anything blow up spots, but that's just how clutches get, I feel. Yeah, some hot spots. You know, we got some spots everywhere. It's a 6-bolt, which I was super glad about. My VIN had a W on it, which means Windsor, or had an X on it, which means Windsor. But for some reason, I still got the Romeo block, which is good. So that means I only got a 6-bolt pattern. I ordered 6 bolts, so now I can just do this right now. I am under my car, all sweaty and gross, and taking out the clutch right now. There's a transmission behind me, and that's been my pillow while I've been taking off this pressure plate. What is up, guys? Here's the rear main seal. As you can tell, it's leaking everywhere. So I'll be replacing this. Just gotta take off all these bolts, clean it, put this one in, take these bolts off too, and then yeah. Alright guys, as you can tell, I have the flywheel sitting on me. I'm really sweaty, I know, and gross, whatever. But this is, you know, kind of heavy. But I'm gonna put it in right now. And so I got the semi thread locker right there. Got all the bolts, 17. Got the flywheel sitting on me. About to put the flywheel up, and then we're doing the clutch. These pins right here too were so hard to press in. I had to press them in myself with a hammer. They were so annoying and so hard to get in. Alright guys, got it set to 64 foot-pounds. Here we go. I hate torquing stuff. It scares me. Oh, I forgot. It spins. Alright, we're doing this one right now. Alright. They're all torqued. I did that one. I didn't mark it, but...
In fact, you might want to use a hand ratchet.
So we got so far. But these pins right here are causing a huge gap. So... because they aren't very nice and they haven't fit anything. It's so hard to get them in the flywheel, and now they won't let the pressure plate go on. But I'm just gonna tighten all these down. Hopefully that presses that thing. All right, so I just ended up torquing them down, and now it's nice and flush with the flywheel. So the torque to 24 foot-pounds. I did a crisscross pattern, and I just marked all the ones I did. So here is a size, not a size, here's a comparison. Stock, this thing's super heavy, and I think it's because of this steel thing right here. It is so heavy, you can't really tell, but this one's really light. As you can tell, doesn't have that. There's all the new stuff in. It's super greasy because I got it all dirty, but new. Let me know if the video sideways.
You know, we could take the chain off now if you think.
Woo, baby. The splines just aren't lined up, so we can't get them in, but it's in there. On the other side too. So that's what we're hitting. Alright, so after doing the trans, trying to work on it forever, this is where it's at. It's just chilling right there. It's so close, but I can't get it past this. That right there, the trans has to go into that thing. I just put that there to hold it, but you know, it's not actually screwed in. But it's so hard in person. Honestly, it's so hard. Getting this to not slide on here and to move this thing is so ridiculously heavy that it just won't move. And so this whole entire thing, I mean, you can get it to go like, okay, it's like stuck now, but it was going side to side and everything. Everything just doesn't work. So what I don't even know. I'll keep trying. All right, and I'm back. All right, so this is what we're dealing with now. I'll try to explain as much as I can. Okay, first off, I was doing the clutch. Actually, you guys were watching the video, but anyway. Yeah, so everything's out of whack because the subframe wasn't in when I did the clutch. So now it's just hanging there. It's bolted in. It's not bolted in. It's hand tight on the other side of the car. And right now it's just hanging right there. So my new problem is, well, I had to buy this because everything shifted. The whole engine and trans shifted when only this bar right here, when just this bar right here was on it, holding the engine, because the subframe wasn't in, so there's nothing holding the engine or trans. So this was holding it. It ended up all shifting backwards. So I did buy one of these and pull it forwards because the jack's under here. You can't physically push the drivetrain by pushing a jack on the ground with all that weight. So we had to pull it so we could line these bolts up because they would not line up. That to that. All right, what I'm doing now is, as you can see, I circled something right here. So this right there is hitting that part of the long tube. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna burn this thing and dent it in so this part could clear, so I could get it to bolt up into there, into there. So at first the shifter wasn't even in the transmission tunnel. It was like way too far back, and it was to the side, like tilted like that. It was like too far back and like that, but now it's nice and center. So that's good. I just have to dent this header in, and then honestly I think I can bolt everything back up. Probably won't be straight, and I know that this messes with alignment. That's why it moves back and forth, but I will hopefully have someone else align it. Obviously can't align it here, but I know you can do that measurement from the rear to the front, but that seems like big hassle. It's getting nice and red hot. So yeah, gonna dent that in right now. All right, so I'm going at it again. It dented a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. So there's where I hit, right there. They're threaded in, but I think that's it. Doesn't move. That's all it does. So that's gonna be really hard to put on those bolts. This thing will not move. Woo. Okay guys, good point in the video. I know I'm super dirty and gross. Sorry about that, but look at this. Okay, so look at that. So basically I can take that off now. What I just did is I just put that little bolt in for the steering rack. Got it all straight. I think this is the best it's gonna get. I know there's alignment issues that have to do with this, that have to do with alignment. I know that, and I didn't measure. I'm just sending it full send. What I'm doing now is I'm putting in the control arms. Boom, boom. Get them tight and then torque them when the car is on the ground. And then it's going to be torqued to 150 foot-pounds. Motor mounts, I did torque to feel, you know, YOLO. This I torqued to 60 foot-pounds. And then these I did 89 foot-pounds. So this is really iffy. So I just did 60, a good medium. And most people said 89 for these top ones. So I'm doing that. Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm really bad at this, and I shoot like within different days, so I have no idea what I've been telling you guys, but I do have the trans in, everything's in. I don't know if it's all seated very nicely, but it's in. So I just got to do all the suspension, coilover, this control arm, and then caliper to the brakes. Pretty easy, you know, tie rods. And then I just gotta put on the exhaust. As you can tell, it's still off. It's sitting over there. Then I have to put the drive shaft in, and oh my gosh, and then we're good to go, I think. Holy cow. Oh yeah. And then I also gotta do the I got brand new, oh, just dropped them. Brand new shifter gaskets. And this thing just destroyed my wrap. Jeez, such a bummer. Okay, not gonna lie. My engine looks like this right now. Oh, jeez, dude. What did I do? What did I do? In person, you can probably tell in the video too. This valve cover, you can just see everything's tilted. As long as the car runs and drives, honestly. Kind of over it at this point. It's been taking me like 3 weeks, over 3 weeks, probably a month. I've been working on this thing and I'm over it. And I just want to get it done. But yeah, okay. Back on a positive note. Almost done. Just got to do a bunch of small things. So all the suspension, exhaust, belts, you know, pulleys, all that stuff. And then I'm gonna drive it hopefully tonight. So we're gonna go to the mountain with some of the boys. Let's get back to work. All the way up and you're trying to thread on a nut, you have nothing to grab onto, and because it's a ball joint, it freely spins. As you can see, it's just a ball in there. This just freely spins when a nut gets on here because my nuts are stripped. The nuts are stripped for this. So right when they get on, they don't go even past this circle. They can't go past it. And it just spins the whole ball joint. And I can't put vice grips on it. right here in this area. I cannot put vice grips because that part is being blocked by this area right here. The only part that comes out is that. So, and there's a stuck nut and it doesn't thread on because this whole assembly will just spin. Alright guys, under the car, as you can see, the tube subframe is on. All up there. And I think the wiring on this harness, I think I plugged in the right ones, but I don't know. So just got to do exhaust, transmission fluid, and this clutch kit, and that's it. What's up guys? Even in my car is an absolute mess, but I was doing the bulbs and I did change them out. As you can see, I have the stock ones, but these ones absolutely suck, so I think I'm gonna go back to stock. Wasted time and money, but I'm going to fill this up right now with 3.2 or 3.5 quarts of ATF because that's what the TR3650 takes. It takes automatic transmission fluid. I'm just doing the synthetic. Alright guys, so I have, yeah, let me just do this real quick. Alright guys, so I think I'm finished with this, so I'm going to try to start it. The wiring harness going onto the transmission, I don't know if I connected everything, and I don't know which O2 sensors are connected to which, because, yeah, so whatever. I'm just going to look under it one more time.
Get that baby mama.
Ready?
Wow, working on cars is so hard. Who needs a shop, right?
Yeah, right? Save money. Save money, clout, learn knowledge. It's just
Win, win, win.
Yeah,
we're making money.
in every way, I feel. My car's so quiet.
Bro.
Maybe the clutch has like a, doesn't it sometimes have like a layer on it when it first goes?
Maybe.
I don't know, that might sound stupid. I might get roasted in the comments for that.
Oh.
Wait.
That's not good.
In the first. Wait, there it goes.
Ready?
That's a loud noise.
Yeah, what is that
That's pretty
noise?
loud. It has to do with like maybe your drive shaft or axles or something. Yeah?
You think so?
Yeah.
Is it coming from the rear?
I think so. Actually, I don't know. It's kind of just loud in general.
I want to know where the sound's coming from. Oh my gosh!
What? What?
It's hitting my muffler, my drive shaft.
It's hitting your muffler?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
All right. Boom. Thanks for watching, guys. We're done. I'll actually take a video of this thing driving, but seeing it on the ground is insane. Like, I see the camber now and I'm like, dang. And then I just haven't seen my car in forever, so it looks insane to me right now. But yeah. There she is. Thank you for watching, guys. And so I did the clutch, flywheel, throwout bearing, clutch fork, pivot stud, pilot bearing, tubular QA1 subframe, and then pretty sure that's it. Yeah, we're hyped. Alright guys, what is up? We are driving and I am so hyped that this thing is running, but I honestly don't even know what to feel because I'm like feeling every little thing that's different. The lighter flywheel definitely super different. It made me almost stall, but I never did. I almost stalled, but yeah, it revs a little bit different. I can't take it to red line. I'm not even going over 3,000 right now because I want to make sure this clutch is breaking in nicely. So I'm gonna go the full 500 miles before I floor it. And then, yeah, so right now it's driving pretty good. My alignment on the trans is probably a little reason why it shifts a little weird. It's a little clunkier. It's a little more clunky than it used to be each shift. But other than that, when she gets running, she's running really well. The steering became a lot lighter. It used to be a lot heavier. It's super weird. I could actually feel the steering is a lot lighter. And maybe that's because her front end's lighter or something. I don't even know. But yeah, so everything feels lighter. Revs a little faster. But I just don't know about flooring it yet because I can't. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Car runs and drives right now. We'll see if it lasts, how long it lasts.